not for these people, these wonderful people, thank you.
Thank you.
Then I wouldn't be able to do my job to the same standard that I do it. And yeah, I mean, I go up on the stage and I talk, but there's so much that goes into it that's not just me talking. I mean, thank you. It's not about the players, and it's not about me, and it's not about the people organizing, it's not about the makeup artists, it's about all of us. It's about all the little components. You need people.
I think that he is Rainbow Six. He's been around since the beginning. Everybody knows who he is.
He's probably one of the most well-known casters out of all the casters in the game, and I think he's also one of the most knowledgeable.
I just think Kix understands it a little deeper than everybody else.
People can recognize his sincerity.
Whenever I look at the dedication and the commitment for him to do that, it's commendable for sure.
Pretty much the way they worked is I was playing professionally. I popped up on Ubisoft's radar, and then suddenly in the middle of season 3, I left professional play, and at the same time, a casting spot opened up. They approached me and they're like, hey, you want to fly to Poland and cast season 3? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I had the game knowledge, but I didn't know how to get it out. I just got better doing it. I remember working as a Stockley. You put fruit on shelf, and then all of a sudden you're doing casting, and it's like, okay, you need to be prepared. You need to look good doing it. You need to be able to eloquently, and concisely throw out your thought in a way that is actually enticing to people. You need to manage momentum. You have to manage tone, cadence, intonation, etc. And I like that. The people around me, everyone's pushing forward. Everyone wants to do the very, very best that they can. It's enticing in its challenge. I like that.
Kix put in a substantial amount of work, not just with his previous duos, but with me as well when I jumped onto the scene. And when we became a partnership and a casting duo, we spent a lot of time going over the fundamentals of casting. There are certain things that you need to focus on, and there's certain information you need to be able to get out in an entertaining but concise enough manner that doesn't exclude a portion of the viewership, so it has to be relatable. And you have to do it in a way that doesn't disrupt or distract from what you're seeing in front of you. And it's not easy. He went from being one of the most popular streamers and players to probably the most popular commentator that we have in our scene.
With Parker, the energy is just so different. It's so much more fun to watch the two of them bounce off each other. The energy is really vibrant and exciting, and I think that drew a lot more viewers in, is to be able to see that, the chemistry of the two of them on screen. It's a lot of fun. Because their personalities are different, but they really support each other in a good way.
KiXSTAr is the best duo I could possibly ask for, and I think the best duo that anybody could ask for. He's not just a great person, but he's tremendous at his job. His understanding of the game, the passion that he brings, his ability to convey that, and the way that we bounce off of each other is just, to me, it's unparalleled. There's nobody else who does it like him.
You have to understand, when I was a kid, I had crippling social anxiety. I could not go outside. I couldn't let people see me. One day my mom just took me by the shoulders and she's like, Michael, nobody gives a shit what you look like. They're all too fixated on themselves. And I thought really long and hard on that, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? She's right. And then, yeah, I started, being a little bit more used to just going out and doing things and being okay with being seen. But before that, I didn't really go outside very much. I didn't do things very much. I kept to myself. I kept in my corner. I've always been like that.
From where he was as a teenager when I first met him to where he is just a world of difference. The Rainbow Six community offered him an opportunity to make mistakes and grow, and they stuck by him. And it just allowed him to meet the type of people that allowed him to be the man he is.
c'est quelqu'un qui a tellement été associé à ce jeu, c'est quelqu'un qui a tellement travaillé avec nous quasiment dès le début, qui a tellement porté ce jeu, que pour nous, c'était un membre de l'équipe de développement.
This period of growth was incredible. And he got to start doing things that he always wanted to do. And he started improving upon things that he'd always wanted to improve upon. We started to see the best version of Michael that we'd ever seen. He was happy. He was the happiest I'd ever seen him.
His great talent, bringing people together, making people want to listen to him, to learn more about the game. I think that's something that we'll always remember KiXSTAr for.
The legacy he leaves behind is absolutely massive. Massive. This game doesn't get to where it is without him. I firmly believe that. This esport doesn't get to the point that it got to without him.
He was such a personality in Rainbow Six, as a streamer, as a commentator, a positive light. That's something that will never leave my mind, because Kix was an incredible person and his legacy will live on forever. But the best way to remember him is what he taught us, which is love, respect for one another, dedication to your craft, and being someone that cares about others.
He was huge. He was everywhere. And he meant so much to everybody.
I feel like I've gotten a lot, very lucky as well. You have to understand that I've done my own thing and I've had my success, but I know there are many others who placed in my position could do just as well as I have, if not better. I mean, that's a big part of doing anything along the lines of what I'm doing right now is you gotta get a little lucky.